A couple of lessons ago, we talked about Jesus and the power he had, the healings that he did. There was the woman that was bleeding. There was the girl that was dead. There was those that were mute, those that had leprosy, those that had demons. We talked about the power he had to heal. We transitioned last time into the idea of the kingdom and what the kingdom was going to be like. John the Baptist said, "Are you the one? Are you the Messiah?" Now in chapters 14 and 15 of Matthew, we return again to the idea of the power of Jesus. But this time, rather than the healings, it's power over the physical. 2 times in these chapters, Jesus feeds thousands of people with food that's about enough to feed a dozen. We see this twice. And just before he feeds the second group, this has already fed one group. He's fed them once, some of the same people, some, I don't know. We don't know for sure, but I'm sure some of those same people were there. But just before he feeds the second group, he says something. I want to read this from Matthew chapter 15. I want to read verse 32 here. It says, Jesus called his disciples to him and said, "I have compassion for these people. They have been with me already 3 days and have nothing to eat. I do not want them to be sent away because they may be hungry or they could collapse on the way." Jesus wants to take care of them. 2 thoughts come to my mind as I'm reading this as Randy. First of all, how could these people be so unprepared? I mean, think about it. You've got to eat. You've got to plan. Take off on a trip with your family for 3 days. Take no money, no credit card, no food with you. That's not really smart. That's not, I would think, how come they're so unprepared? Second thought that goes through my mind, are they just trying to take advantage of Jesus? Fed us once, yeah, he'll take care of us again. I don't know. But that's the attitude I would have. That's not Jesus. What does Jesus say? I have compassion. The English is good, but sometimes we just need to dig deeper into the Greek to understand what the word means. And the word compassion we translate here comes from a Greek word meaning from the innermost bowels. It doesn't sound real good to us, but the concept of it is from the innermost person, from the depths of where a person is, from the love. We think about when we just have so much compassion and love for something. It comes from deep inside. That's what Jesus is saying here. From way deep down inside, he has love. He has compassion. He has concern for these people. Jesus has this power. We often see power coming from a position, maybe authority, of wealth, and power to control, power to make things. That's the world. That's the way the world sees power. Jesus sees it differently. He calls us to think differently. Jesus is showing the disciples here what the power of the kingdom is like. He's showing them, you need to see things differently. You need to be different. We need to see more of this, and we will. In the coming chapters, we're going to see Jesus talking to the disciples about thinking differently, seeing things differently. The takeaway from this is not control. Jesus had that. He had control of the physical. He had control over the spiritual. But no, that's not the takeaway. It's not control, but compassion. Jesus had compassion. As we study God's word each week, we need to see that compassion. The word needs to challenge us to have the same compassion, the same love that Jesus did. Stay safe.